Hello, everybody. Stago said a pretty snazzy walkthrough is Code Veronica X A rank. Narb's still here. Say hi.
Hey.
Okay, and you're playing as Chris now versus Cole. There's Billy D. Williams. He got eaten by the snake.
Oh.
Yeah, so we have to go save him now. Yeah, they sort of just start. Chris is like, dang it, I don't even know what's going on. Let's save him now. Yeah, it's okay. Billy D. Williams is cool. So I thought, like, hey, I'll put it down there so I don't like remember it. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna cheat and use Claire's handgun. Okay, so I think we are probably still having the conversation about the whole classic game thing, you know.
I think we were just about finishing that up.
We were just about finishing up. It's like, hey, okay, this is gonna be the last video we're making tonight. Or, this morning, because it's like past midnight. Ooh, past bedtime.
It's like 3 in the morning right now, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm like the only person who'd like stay at this late on this. Yeah. There's a couple shots, he's dead. Bam, snake's dead.
Really?
Yep. And he gives you your lighter. And,
No.
yeah.
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, it was Chris's lighter anyway, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Claire says, like, yeah, it was my brother's lighter. You here, you want it? Sure, why not? Take my lockpick. Okay. Alright. Actually, I think it's optional to not save him.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I think another requirement of the A rank run is that you have to save him. But I don't know. This okay. I think maybe our intelligent conversation died. Whatever. Okay. So, classic games. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we pretty much set up again.
I think we beat that topic to death.
Yeah.
Okay, actually no. Here's the one thing I want to say. We would do like talk about like what our like favorite games are and why. I don't think I want to do like the devil's advocate thing I was playing originally. Okay, so Narp, say what your top 5 games are and like why, like what makes them so freaking awesome. Like even if it's just like a rough list, like
Well,
if you can't like distinctly think of a top 5.
see, the thing is with my, like, a lot of my favorite games, they're more on the whole, like, thing of nostalgia. It's like you grew up with them.
Yeah. All right,
So-
well, just still like describe like specific things, like say at least a couple of them on your list.
Okay, well, my favorite game of all time, without doubt, is Medal of Honor Frontline, for the PS2.
Okay, like
It's other games probably be Resident Evil Director's Cut.
with their awesome door hunters opening doors.
Oh yeah.
Greatest thing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
move the
I-
mic over actually.
Yeah, I can't really. Yeah, just talk for a second. I'll try to think of more.
Okay, he's trying to think. I'll like actually name my 5. All right. Number 1, like without a doubt, it has to be Lama Lana. It's this like PC game that they actually just remade recently. You can like get it on Steam or something like that. I don't know where you get it. It's like actually, I recommend you might try it if you ever get
Yeah.
a good computer. Or basically, the one thing I liked about that game is one, caring about the plot was completely optional. You know what I mean? It's like the plot was there for the people who cared, but if not, you can just sort of like skip over it because they didn't like explain the plot and cutscenes and stuff like that. It's like all these like tablets you can read. It's sort of like the monuments, but then again, like you're thinking, okay, I have to check all these tablets because they have like hints for all the obscure puzzles and stuff. The game really made you think. It had some really awesome platforming elements, and the music was just freaking amazing. It's like everything I want in a game. All right, so that's my number 1. All right, talk about your number 1.
Medal of Honor Frontline. Well, aside from the fact that I grew up with it, and it's just it's a pretty good game. I mean, it's got its problems. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to do a playthrough of it and not encounter significant glitches. I mean, not necessarily glitches that mean like that hinder your gameplay experience, but just like amusing glitches usually involving the AI enemies.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you'll find a lot of those in the game.
Okay, so you're saying like you love it just by its flaws, just like the
Yeah.
overall enjoyment factor.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the other thing for me was like La Milano. It's like I objectively think it's the best game ever, and at the same time, I objectively enjoy the heck out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so my number 2 would actually be Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people saying like they like that game. They probably sound like so stupid. Thinking it's like, oh, you just like that because it's the most popular one. No, I like that because I legitimately think it's the best one. They had a really good atmosphere throughout the whole game. Like the whole first part of the game starts with this creepy like abandoned
yeah.
town and stuff like that, and then you move to this like this whole scary ass like zombie church thing. You're like, oh my god, this is so freaky. And then after they get all the creepy stuff out of the way, and then you're like, okay, I got through this. And then they end it with this awesome whole like a military base cool thing,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, oh, now I get rewarded for going through all this scary crap with a huge action thing, and like you're still freaking out because there's like all like the dark corners of the base and like the whole Iron Maiden and stuff like that. The game was like just freaking scary, and at the same time, it was actually like totally action packed. It was like pulse pounding and scary at the same time, and I like the fact that they didn't try to say, oh, let's try to like fully make this like, oh, umbrella, the plot, you know. Like, you can pick up that Luger in there if you want. It like unlocks Steve in the extra mode. Not that you want to play as him anyway. But yeah, okay. So basically, Resident Evil 4, freaking awesome. I love the whole aim with the laser pointer thing. You know what I mean? And I think the controls are like perfect. They felt like clunky in Resident Evil 5 to me. But okay, you're number 2.
All right. Well, we talked extensively about the director's cut, but for number 3, I'd have to say without doubt. I actually forgot about this until a few seconds ago. Star Wars Battlefront. I mean, that game is just incredible. I mean, it did a lot of things that. I mean, the AI in that game, they're not great, but the entire...
God, AI. Don't get me started on that. Bad experiences, maybe we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, no, we're not doing another video.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But anyway, but yeah, the entire, like, atmosphere of the game, just, like, the massive scale of, like, the game itself, it's just so fun. I mean, I can't even explain. And also, I mean, they did try to incorporate, like a story-type mode, and admittedly, it wasn't that great. But the entire just like gameplay itself, I just think is very good.
Like it actually felt like you need teamwork to win.
Yeah.
Unlike Call of Duty with like team deathmatch, it's like, oh my god, you're taking all my kills.
Yeah.
And like 5-year-olds like spam.
Yeah, and in that game is also a very good game. Like, it's a lot more enjoyable if you're playing with actual people.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah. Okay. Any more on that, or can I go on?
You can go on.
Okay. My 3 would definitely have to be Bioshock. It was actually pretty close to Resident Evil 4. Oh, there's Wesker, by the way. He's like, oh my god, I'm going to send hunters after you. And then, you're going to see him in a second. Yeah, I was saying, my 3 would be Bioshock. Because I think they have this, like, whole ingenious concept of, like, it's like dystopian society where it's, like, this, like, whole utopia gone wrong. Like, the underground city of Rapture. It's, like, ours really all the great minds of the world escape to, and just to like thrive in peace and be geniuses, and then the whole like genetic experimenting gone wrong. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna like induce all these like cool powers to what's the word? It's like to like make your lives better and stuff like that.
Enhance.
Enhance. That's the word. and then the whole thing goes wrong, and everyone's like dying and stuff like that. And it's like, this is so cool. And then the gameplay was just amazing. Like I like the concept that you actually felt like you had to think about like what sort of extra upgrades you want to add. It's like, oh, do you want to like make your tonics more better, or do you want to like use your guns? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like you actually had to like make choices. So like the gameplay was like varied, and it was like at your discretion. So it's varied as you want it to be. Like some people prefer, it's like, oh, I'm gonna use like all my guns all the time, but other people it's like, oh, yeah, I like setting stuff on fire using lightning and like freezing stuff like that. So like the options are like almost limitless, and the whole concept of the game is just ingenious. And then it's also like kind of whimsical too, with like you'll go to some parts and like, oh this is freaking scary, because they had a nice atmosphere too and everything. And then like you'll have this like cheesy '60s music playing in the background. It's just so great. I cracked up every time I heard that. Okay, it was like since we're like lower on our top 5 list now, like say it like quicker now.
Yeah.
All right, number 4.
Well, I'll briefly go over my number 3, which would probably.
Instead of Battlefront 3. I mean Battlefront.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess
Number
this would be 4 then.
Yeah.
Well, undoubtedly would be 007 Everything or Nothing, which is my favorite Bond game, obviously, since it's the first on this list, but I think it's just great because, well, I'm obviously a huge Bond fan, but I think this is the game where you actually feel the most like you're playing as Bond.
Instead of just a random action cover shooter.
Yeah, like GoldenEye 007 Reloaded, where you're just playing as, like, it's just a first-person shooter.
Yeah, okay, alright. Okay, so my number 4 would definitely have to be Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda. Because I said, everyone seems to hate that game for no reason. I think they got like the atmosphere down perfectly. There's so many like different subplots in that game that all of them are like interesting at least. The whole the whole concept of like the conflict seems more significant than, oh my god, Gandalf took the princess and now he's taking over the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like cool like Ocarina of Time and all that stuff was. the concept does get old pretty quickly. Majora's Mask's like, oh, this friggin' evil demon from the past is gonna like crush the town with the moon. Like seriously, has any other game said like I'm gonna kill you with the freaking moon? You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you're 5.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly go through this. It would probably be SOCOM Combined Assault, which the entire game in general, it's a pretty good tactical third-person shooter. It has got problems because well, first of all, the plot is kind of generic-ish, and the AI in the game is god awful. But
Yeah.
but the entire experience, the entire yeah, I know, but the entire experience of the game itself is really rewarding. Just to make it through the missions, ordering your squad around and everything.
Right.
And the campaign's kind of cheesy, but you know, you do feel kind of like...
Oh, crap. We have to do a new video. Sorry. Alright, keep going. Just finish
it's just rewarding to, get the bad guy in the end.
Okay, we promise this next video is going to be the last one we're doing tonight. I want to finish this conversation, because I want to talk about my 5. Okay, see you guys.